Avenue. Alongside Greg Scalzo, Alex Strouf, and Kyle Wallace, here's Good Karma Brand's founder and CEO, Craig Karmazin.
All right, I don't know what the heck we're going to do today. I mean, can we extend the show 4 or 5 hours? There's too much. Greg Scalzo's here. I didn't even know he was still in the mix here. I thought he had graduated from Sunday Karma.
Wow.
I really did.
As
I thought
somebody
you
who
graduated.
wasn't on for 7 straight weeks, that's a pretty aggressive approach.
Oh, I thought the show wasn't on.
No, it's just me and Kyle for a couple of those weeks.
Wow,
you know?
he made it seem like being there with Kyle, like just me and Kyle. Like you had to drag him through the finish line each week.
No, he's the world's greatest producer.
He's the world's worst producer, but best co-host.
He's ESPN Milwaukee's longest running producer.
He is a terrible producer.
A decade, baby.
Are you still a producer?
Bad. He's bad.
He really still is considered. I guess this show.
He's a producer.
By
Sort
nature.
of.
He doesn't produce anything. He's a board operator. He stands in the room.
Whoa,
he doesn't
I
produce
send topics
anything.
every Sunday.
He does
you
send
did.
And
topics.
you guys don't even say good morning.
We didn't even.
Yeah.
Nobody responded
No.
today. That is on us.
You did say good morning after you sent it too. I thought that was nice.
Yeah. Here's the thing about my Sunday text. Nowadays, when I send them, I just need to make sure y'all in or not.
Yeah.
Last week, nobody was going to be in. So.
Yeah, I was scheduled not to be in, and Kyle was gonna be
Uh-oh.
alone. So it was my daughter's birthday, but I was like, I got to come in and do the show. This show is our number one priority. Each of the four of us,
Oh,
we
no
love
doubt.
it. We love you, and as I said, we have no time for the nonsense. We have no time for Strophy to be asking me about what's the community shield and what is that.
He just really wants to talk about
No,
it.
I don't.
So
I
before
said-
the show, he turned on the community, some FIFA.
No,
event.
we're not. We don't have time to talk about the community shield
he,
today.
he has now mentioned 4 different times that he's not going to explain what the community shield is. I have not asked.
Yeah, you have Google, Strophy. You could look it up yourself.
I have not asked.
Yeah,
I can't believe the community shield's already here. Soccer's back.
Yeah,
That's
proper
crazy.
football.
Is that what that means? The
Yeah.
season's starting?
Premier League.
Yeah, no, we're not.
All
No,
right, fine.
you all
You
have
suckered
Google,
me
you all
in.
have
No,
AI.
you suckered
I'm
me
not
in.
telling
Craig,
you.
what is it?
No,
What is it?
Look it up. All right, we got the Brewers in LA, which for some reason there's gonna be a lockout and there's gonna be no baseball because no one can compete with the Dodgers except everyone who plays against the Dodgers somehow can compete with them, and so we got to talk about that. We have the most exciting Buck season since 2019-20, I'm calling it, or the 2020-21 season in terms of my excitement level going into it. Coming off that Eastern Conference Finals loss to the Raptors, I was so ready for that year. This year is so exciting, and I will also say that we have the opportunity this year where the Brewers are just so freaking good that, like, you know what? You could have a team like the Bucks where you're just like all in on that team because they have a new coach, they have a young team, you're learning the players, and yeah, they're not, sorry, Chewy, everyone's not winning a championship every year, but there's a path to it. So excited with the schedule being out and all the things that we know now about the season coming up. Obviously, the Packers have now been in action, and we can talk about preseason field goal kicking all you want with Jason Wilde coming up. We could talk about Keyshawn Nixon.
With Jason Wilde. That is the greatest thing that happened on Thursday's game is the field goal kick. That should be the headline. Trey Smack damn near broke a record.
I was in the office after like 6 o'clock that night, and all of a sudden I heard Kyle going crazy. Like I thought Jordan Love broke 17 tackles on his way to a
I thought you were
83
saying broke
yard.
his leg because I don't think anything could happen in a preseason game that would get a big reaction.
He was screaming in the office. People were celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl. And I popped out and I was like, what happened? He was like,
58 yards.
Trey Smack hit a 58-yard field goal. Got called back for a penalty.
That's
But
not what I said. He hit that thing from 58 yards. And Greg said, the kicker? And I said, yeah. And he just looked at me, walked away. He walked away. I couldn't
big deal.
believe it. It is a huge deal.
Big
Are you
deal.
saying that he made it or that he has a long enough leg to make
No.
it?
He made two
made it.
58-yard
No, I
field
know,
goals
I know.
in that stadium. The record for that stadium for the longest field goal made is
no.
59 yards.
Oh, no.
59 yards.
You're looking
by
up
Chris Boswell.
records?
No.
Chris Boswell was so impressed by Trey Smack. He said, man, this kid, I see why he got drafted. Like, this should be exciting.
Right.
That is one of the hardest places to kick, and
and
he made it look easy,
And
Craig.
it's always known as an impossible place to kick. It has been always known since it existed. The crazy thing is, like, when I would watch football, and I'll give David Gruber credit on this, David Gruber would always be like, why does every other team just have a kicker who could just make, like, 58-yard field goals like they're 40-yard field goals? And, like, this has happened for everyone except us. Like, and maybe the Packers do have one now.
Maybe.
See, now you see why I'm
But
excited.
but it's also the preseason.
Correct.
Well,
But
that's
is
the thing.
field goal kicking that different? I guess
It's
the pressure
mental.
is. No,
Yeah.
the pressure is, but I'm saying not the leg.
No,
like I'm saying
not the
knowing
leg.
that you have a guy who can routinely kick it that far.
But
I
didn't
agree.
Didn't they
Pressure-
have one last year with Carlson?
No, that's 2 years ago.
Two
and they
years
did
ago
not
with Braden
have one.
Narvison. Braden Narvison was 7 for 8 in the preseason with a 61-yard make,
With
and
a
everybody
different
thought
team.
he was the guy.
With a different team, not with us.
I just think it's funny that the Packers are at the point where like Strouf knows like field goal kicking stats from preseason.
Dude,
it's like how Cleveland Browns fans are with their practice stats on quarterbacks.
Yeah, but that's the quarterbacks
Where
at
it's
least.
like-
It's not
No,
even
but
the
that's
kick.
in
It's at least the
practices.
most important position.
No, but that's in practices. It's
I
not even in
understand.
trade. They're like in practice today. Shedeur Sanders was like 10 of 13 with a touchdown and an interception in practice. Like that's where Browns fans are with quarterbacks. But I understand. So as I said, there is so much going on that we have to though start with the Miz. I mean, we can't start with field goal kicking when the Miz just went and did what he did last night. And I get it happens on the West Coast, but it's the weekend. Like this is an opportunity to embrace what is going on here. I said it on the show last weekend that the Brewers lost 4 in a row last year in the NLCS to the Dodgers, and as the team with the best record in baseball last year and this year, the only thing that could be really bad is if you go in and lose 4 to the Dodgers in LA. And I predicted they would go in and win 3 of 4 because the Dodgers are looking vulnerable. The Dodgers have struggled for about 3 weeks now. And that first game that the Brewers won was very unexpected and put the way it was looking. And now all of a sudden 2 out of 3 games. And Contreras hits a home run. That's, I mean,
Wild
right?
Bill.
That's got to be, I mean,
Snaps the 0 for
right,
20.
bigger than Miz, and Miz proving he could do that against the Dodgers lineup on the road. Like, that's cool. But, I mean, Contreras hitting a home run is nice. And because it just reminds us it's 162 games, and we want guys peaking at the right time. And this team still has the best record, given what Yelly's struggles have been, given what Contreras' struggles have been. I mean, this is unbelievable what's going on with this team.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you'd expect from a Brewers team, though, where even when they start to struggle, like we've seen this the past few years, they always find a way to get back on track. Last night.
But when you said, like, oh, after last year, like, oh, yeah, last year they had 3 winning streaks of, like, over 10 games. Like, yeah, I would predict they'll be ahead of last year's pace,
No,
like,
nobody
as we
would.
get to the middle of August.
Well, maybe to the middle of August, because that's when they had the
Right.
biggest. That's when they had the 14-game streak. But the approach that this team has taken continues to work, right? And Joey Ortiz is stepping up when you don't expect it to.
Joey Ortiz is the best hitter in the lineup all of a sudden.
Is that a good thing?
He leads the National League in OPS since June 4th.
No, July 4th.
July 4th? Regardless.
I mean, if he's been that good, then it's okay. Like if he had if he was like had a 740 OPS and was the best hitter, then in the last 2 months, that'd be scary.
It's what you need at this point in the season to get to September. The bats have to heat up once you get towards
and
September
don't you also
and the end of
and
September.
also
into
don't
October.
you need at least like a fighting chance when guys come up in spots 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the
Yes.
postseason, which they were kind of lacking by the end of the year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Lacking everywhere right now.
I'm
No, but I'm saying last year in the playoffs, like it felt like even if you had 2 guys on base when you got to the 6th spot,
You must
you
have
weren't
forgot
going to be.
Christian Yelich doesn't hit during the playoffs as well. So.
He did not last year. It's 162 games. Let's be
Last
positive
year,
about.
he did last year. He
let's-
never hits in the playoffs.
He has had injuries where he's missed postseason. Let's be positive about a team that is.
I am.
Yeah, I'm saying we
I'm
don't
Team
need to
Christian. I'm
find
just-
little reasons to attack.
But one thing they do have this year that they didn't have last year is somebody in the rotation where every time he takes the mound, it's like, oh, this is a win. And last year,
So
Freddie
you're saying
was good.
7-game series, all of a sudden, hey, 3 games could be the miss.
No, the problem.
Oh yeah, don't pitch him 3
No,
games.
no, no.
in a
Here's the
7-game
issue.
series.
This is
Oh, that's pretty appealing.
No.
We're coming off of last
Sure
night.
is.
No,
Sure is.
y'all missing the
Three-
biggest issue.
Okay,
y'all
what's
missing
up?
the biggest
What's up?
issue.
What's
Wow, you're
up?
really trying to bring everybody down.
No. I love
Yeah,
my
Mr.
Brewers.
17-0 Packers. What's
Yeah,
going on
no.
here?
What was the final score of yesterday's game?
4-1.
4-1. What was the final score of the game before that?
And you know why they only scored 4 runs, the Brewers? They could have scored more.
Why?
Out of respect for Jaden Daniels.
Oh, okay. All right, that's funny.
Y'all get it?
Yeah.
I actually stole that joke from the Mets.
Well, every MLB team tweeted
the
a joke about that yesterday.
The Mets tweeted that yesterday.
Well, again, the Brewers are struggling.
And
to
for
score
those of
runs.
you not up on it, Jaden Daniels is mad that LSU is letting someone else use number 5. I'm with him on. I'm totally with him on.
Why?
Who cares?
Dude, they should have gone through him and talked to him about it before they did that.
I mean,
Why?
He only played one season there.
So did Joe Burrow.
No,
but
Joe
Joe
Burrow
Burrow
won
won
a
a national
championship.
Jaden Daniels won a Heisman Trophy.
So did Joe Burrow.
Dude, how many guys do you think are going to LSU and will go to LSU over the next 15 years?
Because of Jaden Daniels?
Because a player like Jaden Daniels went there and won a Heisman
Craig,
Trophy.
You're smarter than this. LSU is just a big-time program. People
Okay.
want to go play for big-time programs. I don't think
Lane Kiffin ever told Jaden Daniels he wasn't going to let anyone wear number 5,
I don't
right?
think
Like,
they
if they told him that.
Lane Kiffin was. I mean, that's Lane Kiffin's excuse was he wouldn't have done it, but it had been promised before he even came in.
Oh, they were going to give him number 5?
Yeah, it was promised.
Who was the
before-
coach that just left last
It
year?
was
Brian
promised.
Kelly.
It was promised by Brian Kelly.
You're promising anything now.
Why
Yeah.
didn't Brian Kelly coach Jaden?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, but Brian Kelly's also known as a world-class
What? a
not
snake.
best guy.
Oh, see, so you're saying he's a snake now.
it's
See,
funny,
so you're with me. It's disrespectful to Jaden Daniels is the point.
Well, the
And-
fact that Brian Kelly
and I get
promised
it. I get it that Jaden Daniels, it's like, don't you have better things to worry about
Correct.
than this? Jaden Daniels are coming off a disappointing year and all that. So I'm with people who say that. But at the end of the day, I still look at it as like, why did Chris Middleton get number 22? And why did Giannis get 34, without checking with Michael Redd and Ray Allen first before they did that? And obviously now those two are the signatures of those jerseys. And, if you could have gone back, might the relationship, with Ray Allen be different? I have no idea. But I think those numbers matter to people. And, when you have the chance to do it, I don't know. Ray Allen, when
Giannis got 34, I said, what in the hell are we doing giving this kid 34? This is crazy.
kind of worked out okay with that kid in the 34, but
It
but
did.
back then, right? Even if Ray had been part of the process or it was used as a bridge gap, and I don't. Again, I'm not involved. I don't know the relationship, but I think numbers matter a little bit to the players at least. Obviously, it does to Jaden Daniels.
Well, my whole point of this, talking about the numbers, is the Brewers have struggled to put up the numbers when it comes to runs. And even in a game like all these games in the last 2 weeks have been extremely tight games, not because your pitching staff isn't doing their job. It's because the runs just have not been there. Now, I know they lost 8-6.
Now, are we saying is the 4 runs? Are you saying that's good or bad?
No, four. I feel like the Brewers need to more consistently get to 5. 4 runs it's good. 4 runs is good, but the 3 runs they've been getting, 2 runs, 1 run, that's a struggle.
Because
But
remember,
they
4 runs.
just-
that was one of the Dodgers' 3 best starters
they-
yesterday.
No, I get it, but the
at
Brewers,
least right now,
the
he
Brewers-
probably won't even be in the rotation when
In
it
the
comes to
playoffs.
He'll be a
playoffs.
bullpen arm,
Yeah,
right?
but he for the regular season, he's one of their 3 best starters.
It's just the Brewers haven't had enough offensive explosions of late, and that's the biggest thing that concerns me. It really is, because you're getting great pitching performances, even with Robert Gasser. With the pitchers, they're getting good pitching performances. It's just the bats just are not there. They're losing close games.
Yeah, well, there's also a month and a half to go, right? We know there's going to be ups and downs and all of it. And the fact that this team is sitting with the best record again in Major League Baseball. I've even heard people be like, are the Brewers doing too much in the regular season? It's not like all these other teams. I get the Dodgers maybe resting starting pitching, to really gear up for the postseason. But there's not other teams that are like, oh, no, we're going to take our feet off the pedal for the regular season.
No, the Cubs are coming. The Cubs are playing good baseball.
they're lurking.
They are definitely lurking. They made the moves at the deadline.
And Greg's point of Miz as a true number 1, as a maybe start 3 times, that bye matters more than ever then, right? If you're going to put a lot on a few starters, getting that first overall seed and getting that bye is huge.
Yeah, you get the wild card, that's out of the picture in the D. Obviously it's only a best of 5 series, but you don't get him until what, game 2 then of the DS if he pitches in game 1 of the wild card. So that bye matters a
And
lot.
what is
for
the wild
his
card's
availability.
3?
3, yeah.
The wild
3,
card's
5,
3.
7, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is massive. All right, we got so much, as I said, so much to talk to that I can't sit around explaining the community
What is
shield.
it? It's 3.
to
It's
Alex
3-0.
Strouf. Yeah.
Is Arsenal that good?
So you know what it is?
What is it?
You can go on Google and find out. As we continue, it's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Marquette's first-team All-Americans brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Mullen, Kogis, Meminger, Jones, Lee, Wade, and Howard. Butch Lee led Marquette to the national title in '77 as a second-team All-American. Next season, he was first-team All-American and the only Marquette player, National Player of the Year. No Marquette player ever first-team for 2 seasons. Marcus Howard, like Butch Lee, second-team and then first-team. And Tyler Kolek, with all the Big East honors, second-team All-American for 2 seasons. Wrong.
If you're a company owner offering medical insurance for your employees, you may be sick and tired of the constant increase in rates or change in benefits. Now's the time to take a look at a different type of plan. At Saganiac Planning, it's called level funding, an opportunity to keep premiums low and possibly receive a return of your premiums. For more information, call John Saganiac Jr. Level Funding, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
I love a good competition, especially when it brings together some of my favorite things. UW Credit Union, Wisconsin sports, and some friendly trash talk. Mark Tauscher here, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to the inaugural UW Credit Union Games. Watch Wisconsin student athletes from various sports go head-to-head until we crown the ultimate winner. Follow along on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and all of our social media platforms. UW Credit Union, here for every you.
25 years ago, a generational Bucks team made an unforgettable run.
This is the place to be.
Light It Up, narrated by Jim Paschke, is the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. This is the oral history of the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucks and their run to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolute bedlam here at the Bradley Center.
Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Brian Balaga. Find the Homer Hour on the ESPN Wisconsin app today.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Continuing on Sunday Karma. Arsenal leads Man City, Community Shield game. Strouf, what did you look it up so you don't need to bother us and distract people from all the actual real stuff that's going on in sports with your nonsense around it?
I'm waiting for you to explain it to me like you said you would before the show.
I never said I would.
No,
I said I wasn't
you
going
gave me
to.
your word.
No,
just guess. Like, what's your best guess?
Why would it be called the Community Shield?
I would imagine there is some sort of charitable element. I don't know what the charity is.
That's enough. You know enough.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you can even care about proper football. That's fine. All right. So let's continue. So,
wow, that was
what I said. We're not going to talk about it.
I don't
now
care
you're talking about
proper
it so much.
football. Put your pinky up while you talk to me like that.
What? You just don't. You're not a football fan. You like the NFL. You're not a football fan. It's not a knock on you. You just don't care about it.
No,
so then to
you're
waste people,
right.
waste people who are consuming this show's time.
You're right, Craig. That's my fault. Hand up. That's on me. I apologize to our loyal listeners.
Yeah, and
Fans.
watchers. Yeah, people are watching too.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for correcting me, guys.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. All right. So we did spend a few minutes on the Brewers and want to make sure everyone joining appreciates what is going on and that Miz, again, like, I think the biggest thing that gives me confidence in Miz is actually last year's postseason performance.
Totally.
Like the idea that he kind of sucked in the last month of the regular season and he elevated going to the postseason. Because sometimes you'd be like, yeah, he's been good. And yeah, it's one thing to beat the Dodgers in the regular season, but how's he going to respond when the lights are bright? Like, do we feel like we've already seen that? So, like, that's how I feel about Miz.
Yeah, I also just think his stuff he's been so dominant this year that it's going to translate, right? Like when you have pitchers who have this level of success, that confidence is going to continue to carry them through. And I actually think, like, here in Milwaukee, in the state of Wisconsin, we haven't fully appreciated what Miz has done.
He's underrated now. Like, he went from being like overrated to underrated so quickly.
And we just have gotten used to the 103 mile an hour. Like what he's doing is so unprecedented in the history of baseball, which has been around since the 1800s, Strouf.
And by the way, since ESPN has it up right now, since 1913 through 23 starts, 200 strikeouts and a 1.75 ERA or below. Since 1913, he is now the fourth person to do this. And obviously runs are a little more plentiful than in certain eras between now and 1913, which is pretty sick.
It's just one of those where even though I know I see the billboards where it's Miz Day, the whole thing, it still I don't think we've reached that level of energy that needs to be reached for when Miz is pitching.
I don't know. Miz is like
I feel like there's a lot of energy.
People go to watch the Miz. Like midweek, people will go watch the Miz.
There's a good chunk of Brewers fans that only watch Miz days. That's it. They go out of their way to watch him because 105 is pretty special.
See, I guess that's where I would say, Greg, I think people have an appreciation for the 104, 105 freak element of it. I don't know if they have the appreciation for like how good he's actually pitching and the quality of his of his actual performance beyond like even if he wasn't throwing 104, 105 miles an hour, this level of pitching would be that noteworthy.
To your point, right? Like he had 6 strikeouts yesterday, and that felt almost underwhelming because we're so used to the double-digit strikeout games for him, and he was awesome yesterday, but he only had 6 Ks, and I think we've reached such a level of, well, that guy's such a freak. He's going to go out and pitch 11 strikeouts. That's just become the expectation. And he, as terrific as he was yesterday, allowing only 1 run, 6 strikeouts almost felt underwhelming. And that just tells you just how good he's been this year, that's the case, right? 6 strikeouts is fine. And only 1 run. Like he was awesome, all things considered. But it was almost underwhelming because he only had 6 strikeouts.
You know what I love about yesterday is that it's not so much about, obviously the 6 strikeout performance. Everybody, strikeouts. But what he did in the 5th inning, like that to me is not – we know what the Miz is. But when those moments come where it comes tight, and the game is a big game because this is the Dodgers. They're the defending World Series champions back-to-back. They're the team that put you out last year. Your team's not playing that great. And in a moment where the Miz had to step up, where he had to dig deep because both teams wanted to do something in that moment, the Miz won out. And I think that's the most significant thing for me that I've seen from the Miz in the last couple of weeks because we know exactly who he is. But in those big moments, seeing him strike out those 2 guys or get those 2 outs is humongous because that type of stuff actually pays dividends and can translate into the postseason.
And by the way, stay 4 games ahead of the Cubs, or get 4 games ahead of the Cubs.
Yeah, thanks to Joshua Baez.
Yeah, greatest debut ever.
That's sick. The debut for the Cards, guy hits 3 home runs in his first 3 at-bats, which is amazing. The other thing I just want to note is, look around, and the Brewers got smoked by the Padres, right? And the Brewers got beat a few years ago in the postseason by the Diamondbacks, and that seemed like a weird outlying season for the Diamondbacks. But the Diamondbacks and Padres are kind of back in the mix, both right there. And I think this is a really competitive thing. This isn't just okay, can the Brewers get past the Cubs and beat the Dodgers? I think the National League playoffs, the Braves I think it's littered with talent, and that's why when people are saying we need to have a lockout because it's unfair and the owners and players can't figure it out because the Dodgers are so dominant, I feel like it's almost perception more than the reality of what we're seeing on the field in this Major League Baseball season.
Well, even go back to the last 2 years, it's not like those World Series were cakewalks for the Dodgers, right? I mean, last year, that was a great World Series.
Last year's World Series was so good that I don't even remember the World Series before it.
Same.
I do.
Didn't the Dodgers beat the
wait,
Yankees?
don't look at it.
Yankees.
I was literally at those games. Oh yeah, I remember those games.
What a flex!
No.
I forgot I was at the World Series game. I completely forgot because
that
when
was
I saw
6 games, right? I mean, that was
it was
5.
5.
Yeah.
But last year,
but they struggled in the NLCS the year before.
No. But even in that series, the Yankees got down big. They won. The Yankees won Game 4 to cut it to 3-1. Then the Yankees were up 5-0 in the 5th inning. And blew, with Garrett Cole on the mound, and blew that game. Aaron Judge literally dropped a routine fly ball, had first error of the season. They should have won that game and at least sent it to a 6th game. So
I just ask, what were you guys what was the point of bringing up the last year's World Series and the teams and talking about lockouts? Can you explain to me where you were going with that?
So the point is that when you look at the competitive landscape of baseball right now, I believe the reason there will be a lockout has more to do with the owners not being aligned than the owners and the players not being aligned. Because I think if the owners all could figure out what they wanted and then really, really understand it, then I think there would be the ability to figure something out with the players. And I think the idea that there's different classes of teams in baseball who feel very differently about what they want the future of the economics to be, I think that makes it really hard at the same time to then negotiate with the players union, who then the players union isn't represented by all the players. It's a bunch of guys who are and their agents who are the richest players who kind of lead the negotiations. So I think it's more the structure of it than there feels like there should be enough money, there should be enough growth, there should be enough self-awareness to realize that this game has gotten so much better. The pitch clock, all this stuff, interest, last year's World Series, it's the last thing we need is to have hanging over this postseason the idea of all this discussion of if there will be baseball next year. That's awful.
Yeah, I'm team salary cap. Because all these teams that continue to go to the World Series are spending buku boatloads of money. And I feel like if there was more parity amongst if there's actually salary cap, I think I would have a different perspective about the Milwaukee Brewers. There's a salary cap that was put in place 5 years ago.
There's other rules, though, I think that could make more sense even than the salary cap. And I do think that when you look at what the Dodgers do with some of these deferred payments and other things to be able to build this super team. Now, other teams could also do deferred payments, but once you start to dig into the Dodgers specifically, the investigation that's going on with their owner, what just happened with him selling the Lakers and basically flipping it for...
And again, not understanding it deeply, but the fact that deferred payments feels like an insurance company thing, and then his insurance company is what they're looking into.
Correct, which is basically that he continues to give loans out to other, companies that he owns.
Related, businesses.
But is ultimately classifying those as independent and trying to make it appear that he doesn't own them. And so as this all gets dug up, the fact that it's all swirling around this Dodgers team where, they just allow their GM to put over $1 billion worth of contracts down the road.
But tell me, what is the impact of all of this on the WNBA draft lottery and if Juju Watkins will come out and go to the Sparks?
Well, because now you have no idea. The Sparks were part of the Lakers sale.
Yes.
And so the Sparks are trying to tank in order to get Juju Watkins in the WNBA, who's playing at USC right now. And, it's do we know what's happening with the Sparks?
Are you glad I asked Greg that and not either of the two of you?
I mean, I didn't even know any of this, so I'm learning something.
All I was focused on is the fact that somebody made $2.5 billion in less than a year.
Yeah, see, Greg and I don't have a lot to do, so that's why we can focus on the WNBA tanking and all that. And by the way, yesterday, Miles versus Asia.
I just saw the highlights.
Versus Lynx. Sick. All right, we'll talk to Jason Wilde as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's lots to see and do at the Dodge County Fair. Fun for me and you. There's good times in the air.
Get ready for Dodge County's biggest event of the summer, the Dodge County Fair, happening August 19th through the 23rd. 5 days of nonstop action with the Badger State Truck and Tractor Pulls, Demo Derby excitement, and grandstand music from Phil Vassar, Vincent Mason, and George Thorogood and the Destroyers. All free with paid fair admission. Bring the family for animal exhibits, interactive displays, and classic fair food, plus carnival rides, commercial vendors, and all the fair favorites you look forward to every year. Grab season tickets now, just $35 in advance, or pay daily at the gate. For tickets and the full schedule, visit DodgeCountyFairgrounds.com. The Dodge County Fair, August 19th through the 23rd.
So come on, everyone, to the Dodge County Fair.
The wait is over. Women's college volleyball is back, and it all begins at Fiserv Forum this year with the AVCA First Serve event. Be there August 21st through the 24th for 4 days of can't-miss doubleheaders, featuring Wisconsin and Marquette, plus defending national champion Texas A&M, Kentucky, Pittsburgh, Texas, and more powerhouse programs. Dig into 4 days of elite matchups and get your tickets before it's too late at FiservForum.com. Watch the nation's best teams serve up the start of a new season. Grab your seats today at FiservForum.com.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, it's Craig Karmazin. When I think about the most important moments of my life, being born, having a bar mitzvah, having a kid, none of them compare to getting my first basketball hoop. And I've done it multiple times with Precision Sports. They are the experts. They know ball, and they are the ones who can do it. So if you're going to make that life-changing, memorable decision, you're going to put up that hoop, you're going to put up that court, you're going to get the lines done, however you want to do it in the right way with the best. The way I did it, PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote. That's Precision Sports Online, and your jumper is going to be as good as mine in no time.
Kevin Moret from Mentality Men's Health. Here's what we've learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't just rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. Our physician's treatment designed to support your recovery, repair, and performance with peptide therapy. A custom plan around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field, and peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com.
For 250 years, America has moved forward together. One generation, one family, one community at a time. At the Kunis Auto Group, we're proud to celebrate 250 years of freedom, progress, and the journeys that unite us. To mark this historic milestone, we're giving away 11 brand new vehicles with a total retail value of more than $250,000. Go online for one entry. Plus, enter in person at any Kunis Auto location, and it counts for 10 entries. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. It's our way of saying thank you to the communities we serve and the customers who trust us to be part of their journey. Plus, we have over 1,776 vehicles under 30 grand group-wide, with payments for every budget. Happy 250th anniversary, America. Let's keep America moving together. See official rules and find your nearest location at shopkunis.com.
See the best of ESPN Milwaukee by subscribing to our YouTube channel.
What the hell happened to your hair?
What do you mean?
Yeah, the front is fine, but you look like Lloyd Christmas in the back. Right there, just stay still. Oh my God, YouTube.
ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This seems a little violent for Jason's segment. Were there just like gunshots going on?
He requested this song, I believe.
Oh, Jason
That's
did?
what I heard.
This
Yeah,
is
it's his
Jason's
favorite.
jam, I think.
Okay, my bad. We bring in Jason Wilde. Jason, with your theme song. My bad.
I had some questions about the Community Shield before we could start.
Yes! Thank you, Jason.
Now, Jason, I understand from you. I respect it coming from you, Jason, because you care so much about the environment and you wouldn't want to waste water and all the things that go into, using Google to ask a question. So in your case, I would answer the question, but we have two important things to talk about. Like preseason NFL quarterback kicking is too important. So we don't have time. Quarterback kicking? No, not quarterback kicking. Field goal kicking. And we also, I was thinking about also how to segue back into Keyshawn Nixon, who Jason and I are supportive of. And Kyle wants to talk about his lack of tackling in a preseason game. Let's just start there, Kyle.
I walked in
Matt LaFleur.
I walked in this morning, Jason, and Craig and Kyle were yelling at each other about Keyshawn Nixon.
With good reason.
All right. Well,
So, Jason,
honest,
we
it
know.
is with good reason.
Yeah, and Jason, we know that Matt LaFleur feels like he had a number one cornerback, and I don't know that how publicly he was ever critical of him, but I feel like he had a number one quarterback who they were paying as the best cornerback in the league at one point, who maybe wasn't as invested in the team and all sides of football as he would have liked. And so maybe he's trying to make sure that does not get replicated right now. But I guess let's get your Keyshawn Nixon overall explanation of what we saw in the preseason game, and then we'll give Kyle the chance to respond.
Okay, and just to get the news out of the way first, because I asked Matt LaFleur about this, and he acknowledged that it was going to happen. Tucker Kraft's going to practice in 11-on-11 today, which I know doesn't sound like a huge deal, but again, he's going to do it without a contract extension, which Tucker has not asked my opinion on that, but I would protect myself. But so he apparently is going to do some team work today, and Matt LaFleur said it's going to be a heavy workload day. They've got to walk through tomorrow. So that is the kind of news of the morning, just to get that out there. Now, look.
By the way, Jason, who himself would only do call-ins to other shows, but would not actually do Wilde and Tausch without a contract because he was worried about protecting himself. Because of it, when Jason was coming off his hamstring injury a few years back. So we understand that.
His voice, his throat, lyrics.
Yeah, I got to protect it. So the Keyshawn Nixon thing, I think, has actually become fascinating, right? Because the conversation at the start of camp was, is he going to withhold his services looking for a long-term extension because he's underpaid by, quite frankly, second corner money. And now, he's competing with Brandon Cisse, Benjamin St. Juste, and really Carrington Valentine when he comes back from his hamstring injury, which he started to do last week, to just be in the starting lineup. So I think there's a lot to that part of the equation. But now, and Matt LaFleur, again, he was asked about how Keyshawn Nixon is handling this fact that he's basically been told, yeah, you were our number one corner. Now you have to compete just to keep a starting job. And I thought the key phrase that LaFleur said, and this is about as direct of an indictment as can be made on him. LaFleur was asked, what are you looking for from this competition? And I just thought this was so pointed. We need corners that are willing and capable tacklers. And he didn't say Keyshawn's name, but as our fans have pointed out on multiple occasions, there was that play in the playoff game against the Bears at the goal line where I still think Kyle Monangai scores, but he certainly didn't try to stop him. He kind of jumped out of the way. That was poor optics. And then there was the play in Pittsburgh along the sideline where both he and Caetano Ladapo screwed up a tackle on the sideline. Like, clearly they want someone who is going to be physical, and maybe they're even willing to sacrifice a little bit of coverage quality to do it. And I would say going into week one against a team that has Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, and if Kevin O'Connell can get Kyler Murray right, I'm really interested to see how week one goes, whether Keyshawn Nixon is on the field or not, because clearly this is about tackling first and foremost over anything else.
Kyle?
No, I mean, Jason, he said exactly what I was thinking. If you saw that, either he made a business decision or it was just a poor effort there. I mean, he really didn't go in there with a full effort to try to make a play, make a tackle, and this is 100% live. This is a real game. And because they missed that tackle, and it seemed like Catan missed the tackle because he just missed it, and it just seemed like Keyshawn Nixon was kind of like, oh, he'll get it. He didn't go full in to try to clean it up, and then you see a guy break for another 15, 20 yards. You just can't have that. This is the type of time where you need to be practicing good behavior, good habits, and if you're not doing that full-blown effort, then hell, I'm with Matt LaFleur. Sit on the bench.
And again, I agree with what LaFleur is saying there. I just think it shows a clear lack of organizational alignment, right? Nixon should not be on the field if he's not in the right headspace, and and figuring out that alignment. Like, I get, like, Nixon's not holding out, but sometimes you got to figure out like how to have these conversations, not through the media, and get there, because I think it is dangerous to have a guy like that who's out there making business decisions, for the team. So I love Keyshawn. I love Keyshawn Nixon. You guys know, like, the fact that he came in and nobody believed he'd be a legitimate cornerback. He was laughed at. And the fact that the Packers have asked him to be their number one cornerback, to me, is ridiculous. But I think he's been done dirty to this point, but you can't be on the field.
Done dirty?
Yes.
They gave him the greatest opportunity you can have in sports where you get a chance to live out your dream and be a starting corner.
And then
like
never paid him for it.
Well,
you don't think that's doing him dirty?
No, I don't think because the way I look, and maybe I'm wrong.
He got to live out his dream.
No.
His reasoning.
No, like some Make-A-Wish thing? This ain't Make-A-Wish,
No,
Kyle.
he's making $4.5 million. No, I guess for me, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe y'all can correct my mentality, may be wrong. My mentality is this, is that as a person that loves to go, looking for discounts, you basically said, you know what, we're going to get this guy at a discount and we're going to throw him out there. Now, the fact that he's not a number one corner, it is what it is. It just because you're playing the number one corner position doesn't mean that you deserve to get paid like a number one corner. That's the way that I look at it.
Do you think he's a starting cornerback in the NFL?
I think he is a number two cornerback in the NFL.
And he's still underpaid then. He's still underpaid.
And by the way, once he was a number two corner, then people are mad that he doesn't also want to be a return guy where he's going to subject himself to more injuries while he's still not getting paid?
Again, I just don't think somebody should get paid because they've been put in a position to do something. I think your quality of play on the field should determine how much you get paid, not if a team's playing you out of position.
If you believe he is a CB2 in this league, he's still underpaid.
To me, he's a bottom half CB2.
And that's about what he gets paid.
And he's replaceable.
So then the conversation is how badly the Packers have done at a very important position.
Direct your scope at Brian Gutekunst.
But it doesn't
again,
mean I
to
should
me,
be paying this
none
man
of
more.
that,
I agree with that.
None of that, I'm saying, is to apologize for Nixon to be on the field and not playing hard, right? Like, I'm not saying that's excusable.
Well, they let it go with Rashawn Gary for how many years?
Well, we don't know they weren't playing hard.
Well, and I'm saying if you're saying he's making business decisions, which I'm not saying, but if you're saying that,
I said maybe it was either that or just poor tackling. But at the end of the day, it was not good. That's all I'm saying is that what we saw was not good enough. I am not saying he made a business decision.
Greg, what are you saying?
I'm saying just wasn't good enough. Period.
I mean, he's not a good tackler, and it's clear he's not putting forth the full effort on the field there.
Jason?
Well, so here's the problem, and Craig referenced Jair Alexander earlier, right? And I do think, he obviously has acknowledged some mental health issues. I just don't think he loved football anymore. But Jair Alexander was one of the best corners in football. Are we all in agreement on that? At one point in his career?
Oh, at his peak, give him Justin Jefferson, and he could shut him down. That's insane.
So here's my issue, and I'm not defending Keyshawn's effort or his tackling acumen or anything like that. But I was there that day when Jair Alexander went low to try and tackle Najee Harris, the running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Najee Harris ran him over and blew out his shoulder. And he was never the same player again because Keyshawn Nixon I don't know if he knows about that, saw that, because I think it was before he got here. I think it was 2020 was the season that happened. And if you look at the way Jair Alexander played thereafter, you could tell that he never had confidence again in being able to do that. And if you look at how he played before, for a little guy, he was tough as nails. You could not complain about how physical Jair Alexander was. And I would argue that I would much rather have a guy that isn't a great tackler that shuts down the opposing number one receiver. Now, I'm not saying Keyshawn Nixon is capable of that. But my point is that, to me, the most important thing that a corner does is cover. And, yes, you want him to tackle better. And, yes, some of those instances are inexcusable. I am not defending it. But this defense, this is how Jonathan Gannon operates. This is how Jeff Hafley operates. Their run defense is predicated in part on having corners that can tackle. So what the reality is that they're going to have to change how they look at corner. And if you look at Benjamin St. Juste, who is 6'3", if you look at Brandon Cisse, they want guys that are going to be a little bit more put together, if you will, can be more physical. They may sacrifice coverage quality on that, but that's part of the equation. And so Keyshawn, who is he's not quite as slight as Jair was, but he's not a big dude. That stuff factors in. So I understand all of this and why it's all being discussed, but I do think you have to be careful, because I think the number one thing you got to be able to do as a corner is to try and limit how many times Justin Jefferson kicks your ass.
And you have to be healthy on the field, as you said.
Right.
And like in a preseason game, him taking on guys head on, especially a Steeler, when you talk about the
right.
Are we making excuses for somebody not playing football?
I think I'll put it in NBA terms. Couldn't they have just paid him like a top-end number 2 to be your number 1?
No, they don't want him on a team next year, Craig.
No, exactly. And then shouldn't it be a tradable contract? Like, if you had him signed to a number as a top-end number 2, Jason, couldn't he be happy? He'd be secure in it. Everything be good. You have an insurance policy on the contract. And if you don't want him and he doesn't fit your exact style, it's tradable. But you're needing to count on this guy, and you need to win this year. Like, isn't that a cost of doing business?
But you also don't need to sign him to an extension. Like, there is situations where you could just pay him more for this year.
Sure.
And honor it and say, hey, you know what? We're going to give you a few.
Either way, I'm saying make it so that he can play this year and not be a distraction and be fairly paid. I'm not saying overpay him, but pay him either with a contract that's really tradable or a contract, as you said, that works for this year.
Or give him the mindset, go ball out and get your next contract somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't understand making a business decision.
Because,
I'm Nixon.
again,
If I want a payday, it's not coming right now.
Because if he gets
very
hurt,
clear.
then it's worse than if there's
but if he doesn't try, he's not going to get a big payday.
Exactly. I think we're forgetting that if Keyshawn Nixon has a bad season this year, he's not going to get paid next year. He's about to be 30.
He's going to get $2 million next year. He's making $5 million this year. He's going to make less money if he doesn't try.
Like, he has to still prove so. He's old. He's old.
But you don't think from a mental health standpoint, like there's.
Why are you giggling?
Because I'm saying you got to put the guy at least with a chance to be able to focus on his job. And I think it's a.
What are the Packers doing to prevent him from focusing on his job? What are we talking about?
We will talk about that.
What are we talking about?
It's not your money. Why do you care if the Packers pay him a little bit more?
Because I'm all about
they're not going to do it. They didn't earn it stuff. He has earned it. You said
they didn't do it to Elton Jenkins. They're not doing it to him. It doesn't. It's a done deal.
And how's that been working out?
He didn't hold out. He's on the practice field. He's on the preseason field. Play football then.
I'm with Strouf. If somebody came to work disgruntled here, y'all would be upset, would you not?
If
somebody came into this office disgruntled every single day, y'all be upset, wouldn't y'all?
I'm saying that's.
You don't think that happens? You don't think it's disgruntled people?
I won't ask any further questions.
Everyone in good cards is grumpy.
You reward them with a 200% raise?
You don't
what
think
the hell
everyone,
are we talking about?
You don't think everyone's grumpy?
So real quick, what you guys are telling me is that if you feel like you're underpaid, but I feel like it doesn't matter, then like I just shouldn't pay you more because I should just say go out and prove it. Go ahead and have some good years, guys.
Yeah, you should.
Isn't that what you already do?
You're taking money out of your own pocket.
Isn't that what you already do?
No, we're talking.
Go prove it, man.
No, Strouf, we're talking about people performing at an elite level.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that concept. I'm not familiar with that.
All right, more with Wilde, Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
We've all walked through the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair, seen something and thought, now that would be nice to have. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and that's exactly what happened to me when I found Good Health Saunas just a few years ago. Buying my infrared sauna was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I sleep better, have more energy, recover faster, and with how much I travel, the detox benefits are huge. Visit Good Health Saunas inside the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair, August 6th through the 16th, or learn more at goodhealthsaunas.com.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Back to school season always seems to get everybody back on a schedule. So here's my question. When are you going to make yourself part of that routine? Homer here, and that's exactly what I did with Milwaukee Weight Loss. I wish I would have started sooner. Feeling better, got more energy, because it works. Right now, if you enroll by August 31st, you'll save $200 on the complete Milwaukee Weight Loss program. Don't keep putting it off. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Results may vary.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. If you're planning an annual meeting, leadership summit, product launch, or trade show, you already know the pressure is on. Events by Design takes those high-stake moments and turns them into immersive experiences that energize your audience and elevate your brand. They handle everything: designing, planning, production, ensuring your event is executed seamlessly. No stress, no scrambling, just a memorable experience that delivers. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend of the Milwaukee Mile. 2 races, 1 iconic track, twice the action. August 28th through the 30th. This is summer's fastest ticket, so get yours now and hold on tight.
A new era for Badger fans starts now. ESPN Milwaukee is your new home of Wisconsin Badger athletics. Don't miss a single play right here on ESPN Milwaukee on Wisconsin. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Continuing with Jason Wilde, as should we move on from cornerback play to kicking? Two things that when you watch a preseason game as a Packer fan, you're locked in on. Jason, have the Packers found their kicker for the next decade? As Chewy has said, we've been spoiled by Ryan Longwell into Mason Crosby, and there's been just a small gap in the force. But like the quarterback position, the kicking position has had 30 years of elite play. Have we found the Jordan Love of the kicking position?
I'm not ready to say that by any means, but he had a great night in Pittsburgh on a calm, quiet August evening in a game that didn't count. So it was certainly progress. It was certainly important that he kicked that way. It was certainly encouraging that he kicked that way. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but citing Alex Strouf, who looked up Braden Narvison's preseason statistics, kudos to you, because that, I think, puts in perspective how meaningless it is to kick well in a preseason game. Right?
You're taking the wind right out of Kyle's sails right now.
I think it's different. I think
it's not different, Kyle. It's preseason.
Not different.
Wait a minute.
It's not.
What were Narvison's long kicks?
He made a 61-yarder, I believe.
Yeah,
Can I just say this? Braden Narvison was not going to make that team. They already had a starting kicker. I feel
the
like
Titans, but then the Packers snapped them up because they were over Anders Carlson.
I just feel like I think it's very different because Braden was putting film on. Like he had no real pressure because he knew he wasn't going to make the team.
But if you went 4-8, he wouldn't have a job.
What's Trey Smack's pressure?
Isn't that more pressure when you're kicking and don't have a job?
No,
and you're going to be unemployed.
No, he didn't have a job. Just slow down here, people. Slow down. Everybody's attacking me here.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because you sound dumb.
Like the damn Klan is happening right now.
Now that's personal.
That
That's
is
trophy. We don't take it to
Come
that
on
level.
now.
Oh, no, you're right. He's the first person to be called dumb on the show. You're absolutely right.
Well,
No, the first person to be called dumb who's not dumb. Jason.
All I was saying is I think it's very impressive, and I feel like Trey Smack, especially after what has been happening in training camp, there's been a lot of questions. Had he gone 1 for 3, had he missed some of these field goals, everybody would be jumping down his throat right now. So I think we should give him as much praise now, because if he had missed it, we wouldn't care. That
you could be excited and acknowledge that it's the same thing. Ding.
I think this is a big confidence. I think this is a huge confidence boost for the kid.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
He actually had really good. He got drafted for a reason.
Wait, you're saying confidence for him?
Huge confidence.
Oh, if he needs confidence in a preseason game, then I'm not
sold.
sold.
All NFL players need to have that aha moment. I've arrived. Well, not all. Some are just studs, but some need to have that aha.
Preseason game.
No.
I have arrived. I belong moment. He has not had that. And,
right.
And the reality is that this is just as we shouldn't have been overreacting to him going 8 for 13, and we weren't. At least some of us weren't. To him going 8 for 13 in his first couple of practices, we can't just now say, all right, problem solved. He's going to be star-spangled awesome. Molly Brown had the best line on all of this last year. The Packers have had more trouble replacing Mason Crosby than they've had trying to replace Aaron Rodgers. Like, yes, that's a different position, et cetera, et cetera. But when you look at what all they've gone through trying to make this work at kicker, Jordan Love has done a better job of approximating their expectations. He's not Aaron Rodgers. We all agree, even though Craig loves his QBR. He has not come anywhere. He has not had as much trouble as they've had with kickers being as good as Mason Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
But Jason, so as we do look at what he has done and the expectations, I do think there's a weird, like, I'm trying to think of the equivalent, like if it's like going in and pitching, in Fenway Park when you're dealing with the Green Monster. I don't know that there's a lot of other equivalents. Like, Pittsburgh is legitimately known as the worst place to kick in the NFL.
It's August. It's a summer.
August?
It's a summer night.
I don't know.
They played a preseason game in December.
Okay. All right.
Do you know the longest field goal made in that stadium before?
I know, 59 yards. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know the longest preseason field goal made? Like,
Chris Boswell was impressed.
That some random guy that made a 61-yarder there back in,
God, what do you think?
Chris Boswell
Wait, you think they're going to ask Chris
impressed.
Boswell about him And he's going
They
to talk
did.
smack about another kicker.
No,
He's
he was
like,
in-
no,
no,
it's a
Chris-
preseason game.
Chris
Let him
Boswell-
prove it during a regular season game.
Why does Chris Boswell's opinion matter?
Because he's
Because he heard
Or
it.
is he not?
No, he's a kicker,
He's
and
a
his
long-time
opinion
kicker.
matters. But
Yeah.
do you really think he's going to talk smack about the opposing
No,
kicker?
he
Like,
said-
yeah, let him kick in November and then talk to me.
You know what? He said he wanted to watch him kick after the first one. So you know what? He said he was booming him in the pregame. You know what? I can't wait to the end of the season where we finally realize that we have our kicker, and we'll go
I
back
don't
to
know.
this day
There's
on August 7th,
a little tiny
16th.
worry I have, like, with his name, it almost feels like a 30 for 30, like at some point, or a Netflix special. Like, what if I told you there was a kicker named Smack who could actually smack preseason field goals over 70 yards?
Smack
And,
that thing.
Yeah, like I hope it ends up a positive. You know, some of these documentaries do, some of them don't.
I am so disappointed in everybody. We should be excited that the kicker for the Green Bay Packers
Kyle,
walked away from that game feeling good about
it is a huge
not
positive.
No. You guys aren't excited enough.
It's a huge positive,
No.
but it means nothing.
No. Oh my gosh! People make teams in the preseason based off the performance.
Yes,
but the kicker kicks
Kyle,
well. And we ain't happy about it.
Newsflash: he made the team in April when they drafted him.
I fully
He was
understand
anointed
that.
the kicker.
I would rather him walk away feeling like,
Had he,
all right.
had he gone 1 for 4 or 4 for 4, it doesn't change. It means very little.
You know
it's
what
the
changes?
preseason.
The rhetoric around here. Strouf is going to be tweeting that. Oh my gosh, the kicker! We got
Yeah,
a kicker
if
problem.
they lose 28-9 in the the regular season, I don't think you're talking
Okay,
about how great
yeah,
the
how
kicker
about this,
is.
Kyle? So with what we saw, if week 1, right, who do the Packers play?
The
They
Vikings.
played the Minnesota Vikings.
Where do they
Minnesota.
play?
Indoors.
Indoors, okay?
Yeah.
So if he, in the first game, indoors, goes 3 of 4 on field goals, including a 58-yarder, misses a 42-yarder, and goes 2 of 3 on extra points, how are you going to feel?
I'm going to say he's still a young kicker, and I feel like there's something there.
Okay.
I'll ride it out with him.
I'm saying, because Jason, I mean, that's what we have to expect, right? Like, we can't just expect he's going to make his first 26 field goals and he's going to make every extra point. Like, he's a rookie, and we can't get too high or low on this thing.
Right, and we've all heard Chewy, and it's a very germane story to this situation because Ryan Longwell went on to become the all-time leading scorer in franchise history, but he choked on like a 28-yarder in Philadelphia in like week 2 of the 97 season, which I know is 30 years ago now, which is crazy. But that was the difference between them playing the NFC Championship game at home and having to play it in San Francisco, which is what they did. Now, they won the game anyway and reached Super Bowl 32, but that's the kind of one-game difference. If you miss a field goal that costs your team, it's why Brandon McManus doesn't work here anymore.
Dang right.
It's not because of what happened on a flight to London. It's not because of him not dealing with his quadriceps during the season. It's because he left 7 points on the field at Soldier Field in a game that they lost when they blew a 21-3 halftime lead. That's the reality. That's why Trey Smack is here. And so, yes, it's awesome. I like Trey Smack. I am happy for him. It was a great night for him. This is an important step in the process for him. But to suggest that it's more than what it is, it's the same with Marshawn Lloyd. Like, I was really happy for Marshawn Lloyd and his 13 rushing yards because he played and he came out on the other side and he didn't suffer any injuries. But now it's time for him to do it again. And Matt LaFleur told us this morning that he wants to give him a heavier workload than he gave him in the first game. Like, this is all a progression. And if he goes to Denver, Trey Smack goes to Denver and goes 1 for 3 and misses a chip shot, are you really honestly going to be saying that I'm ride or die with him and I believe in him and this and that? If he can't do that in August in Denver in the rarefied air of the Mile High City, then you're going to really believe that when a November game comes down to a field goal, you're going to be sitting there on your couch or in the stadium or at the Thunder Trio going, "Oh, this guy, he's got it. I'm not worried at all."
You made my whole point, Jason.
But Kyle, your point is that ain't happening. Your point is that ain't happening.
My whole point is he walked away smiling with a little bit more confidence than he walked in that stadium with. Make sure you give him a smack on the behind and say it's from Kyle Wallace this week. Good job, kid.
Disputing that.
Jason,
now he's got to do more.
I can hear how exasperated you are. I feel like this is one of those stories where you feel like it's getting too much attention. What's the preseason story that's not getting the attention that it should be?
Yeah, what else is Chris Boswell talking about?
Their offensive line situation is Like, it may not matter if Trey Smack can hit field goals or not, because I love a good underdog story, and I didn't think that Jacob Monk was going to be on this team at the rate he was going, right? He played 57 total snaps his first 2 years. Now he's probably going to start week 1 at right guard. And the fact that they handled Anthony Belton the way they did, the fact that they have given Aaron Banks roughly $50 million, they can't, I don't know how they cut him now. They're not going to. I'm not saying they should. Hopefully he's healthy and he's able to play. But, here's a guy that has not taken an 11-on-11 snap in camp so far. Now, maybe he's out there today. I'm going to head down there as soon as I'm done with you guys. But the fact of the matter is that they went into training camp with question marks on their offensive line, and somehow they've created more. So that, to me, between because, look, the cornerback situation is certainly a conversation. The kicker situation is undeniably a conversation. I am not saying it's not. But there are other things on this team that you have to look at and go, how are they going to be early in the season? Tausch loves to quote Adam Shine on sports, saying that they're going to go 0-2 to start the year. If that happens, I'm very curious to see what the commentary is going to be across ESPN Wisconsin, because Minnesota obviously has a very good defense with a very creative coordinator, but their offense is in flux with a new quarterback. And week 2, the Jets, I don't care that they're playing that game at MetLife. If you lose to the Jets to go 0-2, I can only imagine what the tenor is going to be from you, Kyle, regardless of the kicker's success or failure in those games. So there's a lot of moving pieces. I still think they have enough pieces to be really good, but I do worry that if I'm a Packers fan, the offensive line could short-circuit whatever good stuff you've got. Everyone's talking about, they're going to let Jordan Love cook, right? Got to stop running the ball so much. Well, he ain't going to be able to cook laying on his back.
They can sign somebody though, right,
Jason?
Jason?
Get that figured out.
If it gets so bad, they can still sign somebody. They're not going to just say, we're
right,
going
but who's giving away good offensive linemen at the cutdown?
No, I said sign some veteran. I don't know, but I'm with you, Jason. I'm very concerned.
Do we get the David Bakhtiari train back rolling again, Jason?
No, he is most definitely done with his days. But
Joe Thomas is in good shape.
He's in too good a shape.
Tight end shape, yeah.
Shape. But he's got no time.
Yeah. All right. There you have it. There's the story that Greg, Packers fans, should be worried about. Let's just remember, last year the schedule was really tough to start. And then, somehow the game they lost was the Browns game. So I think it's you just never know when you look at the start of the season. Great stuff, as always, from Jason Wilde. Check him out, Wilde and Tausch. 9 to noon, celebrating 10 years of Wilde and Tausch, and follow him at Jason J. Wilde. Thanks so much, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Be good.
Sorry we didn't get to explain to Jason the Community Shield. I would have loved to have
what
done
is that?
We won't do that as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get your final August plans in for Brewers Rangers Action Friday, August 28th through Sunday the 30th. Starting with the Cole Swindell post-game concert at Country Music Night on Friday, featuring a belt buckle with a special ticket. Then it's Jackson Churio Mania. Get the Churio Bowl giveaway Saturday, courtesy of 620 WTMJ. And get it on the Final Kids Cheer Free Sunday before summer ends. Kids get a Churio Height poster on Sunday, courtesy of Joy. Get tickets for it all at Brewers.com.
There's lots to see and do at the Dodge County Fair. Fun for me and you. There's good times in the air.
Corn dogs, demo derbies, rock and roll, funnel cakes, wild rides, and roaring tractors.
It's all happening at the Dodge County Fair, August 19th through the 23rd. Get ready for 5 epic days of food, fun, competition, live music, grandstand action, and family entertainment.
Purchase tickets in advance to save money and make entry into the fair faster. Season tickets are just $35 and can be purchased at most Dodge County banks, Piggly Wiggly in Beaver Dam and Juneau, Leroy Meats, and the Market in Beaver Dam. Or just $38 at DodgeCountyFairgrounds.com.
Don't miss a minute of the Dodge County Fair, August 19th through the 23rd.
So come on, everyone, to the Dodge County Fair.
ESPN Milwaukee fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica, Jens Family Chiropractic focuses on finding the cause of the problem, not just helping you manage the symptoms. For nearly 10 years, they've helped Milwaukee area patients find real answers through personalized care and advanced treatment options. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Marquette Basketball head coach Shaka Smart here, and you're listening to the home of Marquette Basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You hear one call, that's all, and maybe it's just like you're just so used to it. You know it means Gruber Law Offices, but it means something really important. It means peace of mind when you or your loved one is going through a situation that you never want to happen, you never expected to happen. Like you hear one call, that's all, and you're like, well, I'll probably never need that. But that's why it's so important to have Gruber Law Offices in this community, nationally recognized, locally owned, impacting the community in so many ways, similar to the Community Shield with different, Strouf. And what David Gruber and Gruber Law Offices represents is the idea that one call means you don't need to worry anymore. It means all the behind the scenes levels of works, how to deal with insurance companies, how to deal with health issues, how to deal with everything. Your mind's at ease. And that's why if you or a loved one ever is injured, remember, it is one call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices. So I went on a rant about Jordan Love being elite as a quarterback. In my mind, being in that 4 through 6 range of NFL quarterbacks, and I don't need to see it happen, this year if he ends up doing in the postseason or whatever. I believe it to be based on what he's proven on the field. Greg, you have this guy you invented last year as a way to try to settle quarterback debates that you feel like is some credible guy. So I don't know if your invention is oh yeah, now that Craig made this big take, he now released his quarterback tiers, this made up guy you have. But so what is the made up guy? Who is his name again? And what's he got this year?
Mike Sando is his name. He writes for The Athletic, the New York Times.
Not familiar.
And he,
Kyle, have you ever heard this person?
Year,
who's Mike Sando, Kyle?
I'll let you know how trash he is after I hear this list.
Oh,
well,
that's
here's
not
the
nice.
thing: is it's not his. list.
I just called him made up.
It's not his list. It is ultimately he has a panel of 50 coaches between head coaches, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, and then GMs and
Are these high school coaches?
Front office executives in the NFL.
Okay.
And
so they must know who he is if he's getting these guys to all give him this stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then he ends up having them all rank who's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4.
Right, but if you're a general manager and you think someone's underrated or good, why do you have incentive to give, or a coach, why would you have incentive to accurately tell Mike Sando what you really believe if you're actually in the league?
Great point.
What do you mean? It's this is how a lot of these rankings happen. This is how ESPN runs an entire series of GMs and execs and coaches that helps them rank their top offensive lines and different positional groups.
I'm just saying,
but
do we
you're
believe that the incentives are aligned in these people to give accurate information here?
I think that all of us love to give our opinions.
Yeah, okay,
And so
okay.
I
I'm just
think
saying,
from a human standpoint, and it is interesting because they'll talk about how certain players GMs are higher on than coaches, right? And so certain coaches are higher on players than GMs are. GMs tend to really love the actual hard skills, right? Like the monster arm,
right,
the
like
athleticism.
coaches
like a guy
would like Matthew Stafford
and Dak
more
Prescott
than, more
is a
than
guy.
GMs would like.
Correct, because they know how to run an offense and do those things the right way. And so this ultimately comes about with your guy.
And he did it in tiers, right? So he doesn't say he's number 1, 2, 3, 4.
They rank him as well.
Okay, they do.
Yes. So this was.
I care more about the tier than I do the ranking.
So this was a Well, tier 1.
Well, so the real question is, Caleb, where do you think Caleb or Jordan Love? Who do you think's higher on
I
this
think it's
list,
going to be
Stroufy?
Caleb because it's gotten out of hand.
And Kyle, what do you think?
What do we call it? Glazing?
Jordan Love is better than Caleb, so it should be Jordan Love.
Yeah, I predict that Jordan Love will be just slightly ahead of Caleb here, but let's see.
Do you want me to start with tier 1?
Yeah, no. Start with where Caleb is. Just where Caleb is out of 30 or 32 or however many they rank.
All right, hold on. I got to go back and find this.
Oh, you're very prepared for this segment, clearly.
I was focused on the Jordan Love aspect.
Well, and especially after like last year, I berated Mike Sando or whatever his name is. I assume Greg figured we wouldn't want to talk about it, but
I did not think. we were
that's
talk about it.
what he did something. What did he do?
This.
he had a tier of quarterbacks.
The same exact thing.
But and I obviously he's a really accomplished journalist and professional who I have respect for. I just like.
Greg,
so you do know who he is.
Greg just made it seem like it was a national holiday when these things come out.
Caleb Williams is tied for with Brock Purdy at the 11th best quarterback in the league.
That is such a good, because Purdy is the only guy who QBR has been friendlier to than Jordan Love over the last 3 years. So if you look analytically, Purdy and Jordan Love have really been the most consistently elite quarterbacks this side of Josh Allen. So that doesn't guarantee you that you know which way Jordan Love's going to fall on this list.
And somehow Herbert keeps getting passes.
Yeah. Okay. So tied for 11th. Do you guys
you hate?
No, I love Herbert. I love Justin Herbert. I just don't like the fact that people put him in such a higher tier.
Do you
than
guys
Jordan
still
Love.
believe? Okay, now that you know, tied for 11th is Caleb and Purdy.
Caleb-
Do you think Jordan Love's
he's gotta be
higher
top
or
10.
lower? Okay, you think he's
well,
top 10?
well, based off what you're saying about Sando, I don't know nothing about this guy. I just heard your name. He's probably going to be
Well,
Jordan Love at like 13.
I don't remember what he was last year, but he was very disrespectful. I do
Well,
recall
again,
that.
this is not him. This is his poll of 50 people.
Well, I don't like the 50 people he polled last
I
year,
hope he
Craig.
changed it up.
All right.
So where's Love?
So now let's talk about our tier 1. So our tier 1 has got to be Josh Allen.
Yep.
It's got to be Patrick Mahomes. I think the question is Stafford in tier 1?
No. He should be right now, based off last season, yeah.
Right. Is Burrow in tier 1?
No. Lamar and...
Is Lamar in tier 1? Okay.
Lamar. I would just do those three in tier 1.
Okay. I would say right now that I think that's fair, those three.
And then Burrow, Stafford in tier 2.
Okay, what do you got, Greg?
Tier 1. This is the first year that in many years that Patrick Mahomes is not unanimous in tier 1.
Who are we
Wait, not unanimous, but wait.
Yeah,
okay.
but who are we
Wait,
pulling?
okay.
How is he
No,
not unanimously
I'm saying
tier 1?
There's scouts who might be seeing things that we're not and all that. Let's not get caught up there, okay?
Patrick Mahomes, number 1, tier 1, 49 votes for tier 1, only 1 for tier 2. Josh Allen tied for the second best quarterback in the league, was 48 votes tier 1, only 2 votes tier 2, obviously. Tied with Matthew Stafford.
Wow.
The final quarterback in tier 1, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Who went 46 tier 1 votes, 4 tier 2 votes.
Joe just can't stay healthy.
So Stafford in, Lamar Jackson not, which again, coming off last year, I think there's some fairness. Remember, I was saying Jordan Love, I'm putting in that same tier, like when I did
As
mine
Lamar?
last week, as Lamar, based on the way Jordan Love has done the postseason. Not a knock on Lamar, but just bringing Jordan Love up to that level.
Last year was the first year that Lamar Jackson was a tier 1 quarterback, so he actually moved tiers.
Based off of
Went
this
from
list,
tier 1 down to tier 2.
I think, Craig, you're right. With tier 2, it should be guys like Jordan Love, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert. Hell, I'll put Drake May in there, too.
Yep.
Okay, let's hear.
I like that thought.
There's no way they're going to put Jordan Love in tier 2.
You're going to be surprised at how big tier 2 is.
Oh, okay.
Lamar Jackson, 28 votes tier 2, 22 tier 1. He was your first tier 2 quarterback. Then Justin Herbert, who got 3 tier 3 votes, which was interesting, but 28 tier 2 votes. Then Dak Prescott at number 7. He moved 5 spots. Last year, he was the 12th best quarterback in the league, according to these rankings. He had 36 votes in tier 2, 12 tier 1 votes for him.
Dakota is he just throws the ball.
Why do you always call him Dakota, out of curiosity?
Because whenever I get frustrated with the fact that people he throws the ball out. If most quarterbacks, he's good. He's really good. But if Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, all these guys got to throw the ball
don't you
did,
think, though, and I think one of the things in these rankings is there a reason why the Packers don't ever have Jordan Love throw the ball more than 30 times?
Yeah, they don't need to.
They do. They've been the 7th seed in the league the last couple of years.
Definitely do.
Number 8 in a tie, Drake May in Tier 2, 37 Tier 2 votes. He is tied with
Jordan Love.
Jared Goff,
Oh.
who
Come
is 39
on.
Tier 2 votes,
I
4
like
Tier
Jared
1
Goff.
votes, 7 Tier 3 votes, and then we get to number 10, right ahead of Caleb Williams and Brock Purdy, Jordan Love.
All right.
So he gets.
I like Mike
Does it mention
Sando.
what he was last year?
He was ranked as the 13th quarterback last year, so he moves up 3 spots.
These guys know what they're doing.
So right
37
now,
Tier 2 votes,
okay, so
11
right
Tier
now,
3 votes, 2 Tier 1 votes.
Lions offer you
wow.
Jared Goff for Jordan Love.
No,
Absolutely
You're saying
not.
no.
Absolutely not.
Chargers offer you Justin Herbert for Jordan Love.
I mean, I would. You know, they're both they're both really good.
I know
Like,
you. So you're saying yes?
That one's tough. That one's tough.
yeah.
one.
You
would say
take
no.
Herbert over.
No,
him.
I'm taking Love because I'm attached to Love. But if I'm a Chargers fan, I'm keeping Herbert. But Love has been more
I mean,
accomplished.
just objectively, you take Herbert over.
Yeah,
Love.
How many
because
plays-
Herbert
in the
played like
postseason.
one playoff game and threw like 17 picks in it.
yeah. How many playoff games has Justin Herbert
How
won?
many quarterbacks? You could have said the same thing about Matthew Stafford for a while, that he wasn't good in the playoff. In the one playoff
he was on
game
a
that
terrible.
happened.
He was on a terrible team.
All right, and what about Herbert?
He has not had good receivers.
He
I'll
has
give
not
you
had
that.
good receivers. He had the
Keenan
worst
Allen is a
offensive
really
line in
good
the league
receiver.
last
What are
year
you
because his
talking about?
tackles
Yeah,
were
but
injured.
I mean,
Now his tackles are bad.
Herbert's the
we know
Herbert
that
in the
we're all
playoffs,
about
though.
the Chargers
Wait,
offensive
Kyle,
line. in
you're
this-
going to
in
say
this
Keenan
show.
Allen. It's not like he went to the Bears and was like, oh, wow, that's a 100-catch guy, like, once he was gone from there.
No, Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen's last season in the Chargers, did he not perform decently well, or he got hurt? But Keenan Allen was a dog. Matter of fact, the Packers. Keenan Allen balled out against the Packers in Jordan Love's first year as a.
I know,
That's right,
and that's
Monday
what I'm
night,
saying.
yeah.
Justin Herbert
No,
maybe
on Monday
deserves
night, that
some
was
of
during-
that credit, I guess was what I was saying
that a Monday
there.
night game?
No, I'm talking about the Chargers game.
You're right.
'Cause I was in. No, that was not. I was in Mexico. That's how I know it wasn't a Monday night game. I was on the beach
I
thinking
thought it
the
was a
season was
Monday night
over and the
game. Okay,
Packers
you're-
came back.
you're right.
But no, I actually do like this list. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's accurate.
Jordan
I mean,
Love has shined in the postseason. Justin Herbert has hermited. So I would say no.
Jordan
to-
Love has played. He's won one playoff game.
But
yeah,
he
that's
played
one more
very-
than Justin Herbert's one.
I agree, but I'm saying like we're not talking about him as if he's
Right,
clutch.
but even in that Chicago game, he threw 4 touchdowns, right? Like, it's not like he had the third quarter was not good by the Packers offense, but he, all things considered, had a very good playoff game.
He had 2 uninspired drives in a elite game in the playoffs at Chicago.
despite the loss.
I'm a Jordan Love fan. I'm just saying Herbert's ceiling is higher than Jordan Love's.
Herbert's 0-3, blew a 31-point lead a couple of years ago to the Jags. He threw 4 interceptions in his second playoff game, and he didn't score a touchdown against your beloved Patriots this past season.
I don't believe in this guy's great in the red.
Wait, but why would you say Jordan Love doesn't have a high ceiling when you could look at that game against the Cowboys in the playoffs on the road? And he had like
higher
a 1.
ceiling.
I'm saying that Herbert would have a higher ceiling.
Yeah.
Herbert's
Like
been
literally, his
starting
ceiling
for
was a
years.
158.3 quarterback rating on the road against a tough defense. Like what more?
But
of a
he's a
ceiling could
fan
you
of
even
Jordan
have than
Love.
that?
Mm-hmm.
I am a fan of Jordan Love. I'm not saying that Jordan doesn't have a high ceiling. He could be a tier 1 quarterback. I'm saying Herbert's is higher. He's more mobile, right? He's big. Like, he's somebody who can do different things. He's got as good of an arm as Jordan Love's got. He's got a better arm. Now we're going to see what he has with a real offensive line, a real offensive coordinator, and a real
Time
head
out.
coach.
That's your weekly Chargers offensive line plug.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
We will make sure
way
to get
sneak
that-
it in.
Joel and Slater back. His 2 tackles were injured last
Way
year.
to sneak
Greg,
that one
do
in,
you
Greg.
know anyone with the ESPN Wisconsin sales team? Because I think a weekly
Chargers
LA Chargers offensive line update
I like
as a
that.
sponsored feature. If there's anyone listening right now, if you want your business associated with, is it elite play? How do we define the Chargers offensive line? You're saying
Last
they're
year,
gonna be really good.
last year was the worst offensive line in the league,
Yeah.
they're so injured.
because of the injuries.
So if you had a company that maybe wasn't so good historically, but your
coming back,
company is
yes.
going to be really stepping it up, and you want your brand associated with something on the rise, reach out to us and reach out on the Carbless Talking text line right now and say, hey, I'm interested in being contacted by the ESPN Wisconsin sales team. 800-990-ESPN. That's 800-990-3776. If you would want to sponsor the ESPN Wisconsin weekly Greg Scalzo LA Chargers offensive line update that we know we'll be getting during the season. Really great opportunity to align your business with something that may be an exact fit for where you are and with the NFL, which is I mean probably pennies. Like if you had to do an official sponsorship through the NFL, I mean, I think I saw that American Express, it was over $700 million.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you the Chargers offensive line weekly
We're dropping at least
update
a zero
on
off that.
Sunday Karma. At least maybe 1-0. Yeah, I would think for that kind of exposure. So, yeah, reach out on the Carbless Talking text line, and we'll have more as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 18th.
Uh-oh. Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Seattle Mariners.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 18th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Looking for a meaningful way for your business to make an impact? Join La Causa on Thursday, September 17th for the 2026 Guarding Dreams Gala at the Pfister Hotel. This inspiring evening brings together Milwaukee's business and community leaders to support La Causa's Crisis Nursery and Respite Center, helping provide safety, care, and hope for children and families facing crisis. Purchase tickets, explore sponsorship opportunities, donate an auction item, or learn more at lacausa.org/gala.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation, and it definitely shouldn't feel like a game. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin believes in straightforward pricing, honest conversations, and helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. Because a fair final price matters more than some flashy discount. Pella never inflates pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. And when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, one trusted team handles everything from start to finish. The same company that manufactures your windows and doors is also the one selling, installing, and servicing them with Pella certified installers every step of the way. That means confidence in the process, confidence in the product, and one team standing behind the work from beginning to end. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
This is where neighbors look out for one another, where careers get moving, and families settle in, where local businesses become your favorite go-tos, where making life easier for those around you is just what you do. This is where it all clicks. This is where you belong. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Find your branch at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile isn't just another race. It's twice the action. 2 races, 1 legendary track. Bring the crew, bring the family, or just bring your need for speed. Because this isn't just racing, it's a full-throttle summer event. This is the Milwaukee Mile doing what it does best. Snap-on IndyCar Weekend, August 28th through the 30th. Grab your tickets now and hold on tight.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Just doing some roofing on another lovely Wisconsin day. No gimmicks, nope. No shortcuts, nope. It's just roofing done the old-fashioned way. Do you need shingles? Let's mingle. For a Wisconsin tradition never dwindles. So raise a glass, shake a hand for this old-fashioned brand. Whoop, that's old-fashioned roofing.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
We are going to grind out at bats. You have to throw quality pitches in order to get us out. And then once we get on the base paths, you have to worry about us. It's a different brand of baseball.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Continuing on Sunday Karma. I haven't even looked at the. We've had such spirited talk and text stuff going on recently, but I haven't even had it pulled up. Let's see if any businesses are looking to get on board with our weekly Chargers update. I think Apple Man is saying we might be.
Ooh. I love Jacobson's Orchard.
Love Jacobson Orchard.
We might be your Huckabee for that segment. Apple Man picking apples. Says
Time of the year,
season,
huh?
Yeah, getting there.
I mean, we could probably figure that out. You know, we were saying the NFL deal with American Express was a 9-figure deal. I think we could figure out this deal. You said drop a zero, Strophy. I think somewhere in, maybe even in the 5 figures, we could figure this out. Or do you think I'm underplaying with the value of the Chargers?
I think it's much more valuable than that, but
I think people are going to be waiting for bated breath once we get into the season here. Ultimately, trying to figure out how that offensive line pulls together.
No, I think
new offensive coordinator getting healthy. Harbaugh's an offensive line guy.
Can we stop?
Okay, Steve O says
too long of an update.
Steve O says, "Morning, fellas. Getting excited over preseason field goals is akin to a roller coaster's ride. There's a lot of highs and lows, so hang on." And who is the Packers' offensive line coach and why?
Luke Butkus.
Yeah.
Why? I have the same question.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get fired.
that does play a role, yes.
Yeah.
Matt?
Because Adam Stenavich, for some reason, is still the offensive
I
coordinator.
also have we were talking football cards. I also have a Dick Butkus card. How about that?
Ooh, so do I.
Yeah.
I just got a PSA 9 Dick Butkus that I really like. Matt says the Packers
PSA?
PSA 9.
PSA 9. That's the grade?
It's the grade.
It's not public service announcement.
The Packers, Matt says the Packers don't believe in Keyshawn, plain and simple. If they did, they would have paid him.
Ding, ding, ding.
That seems fair. Frank says, how do we not know there haven't been discussions? Keyshawn, you need to tackle if you want us to pay you. If he doesn't commit to tackling, maybe they give him his walking papers. You have a chance to show us.
So are Packers fans willing to just make the team worse because they're upset about Keyshawn Nixon?
No.
It's like not tackling.
That seems to be the case.
Like you want you're basically hurting yourself and your
There
chance
is
to win
I would
because you're
say-
standing on principle for a guy who is underpaid that you believe deserves to continue to be underpaid and is playing like he's underpaid.
I think there was it's probably a loud minority, I would guess, that don't like Keyshawn Nixon at all and want nothing to do with him. They want him off the team.
Dumpy says, I ran into Craig at Quick Trip in Germantown, and he didn't even buy me a single dunker.
Oh, wow.
why
Were
didn't
you
you buy
in
him a dunker?
Germantown?
What?
Why were you in Germantown?
I was just coming back from somewhere. Dumpy was picking up a big case of Busch Light at like 2 in the afternoon.
Love that, Dumpy.
Oh, Dumpy's going to be at the fantasy football draft.
Yeah,
next
I was
week.
looking for lunch that day.
Oh, well.
I was eating lunch at
you have a
a
dunker?
Quick Trip that day. No, I don't
You
remember
go
what
with
I
the
got.
chicken.
No, I think I did. Like normally in that spot, I would get more like some combination of like pistachio nuts and like something. But I feel like I actually did get like
Something from the
like
hot
an
bar?
egg and cheese sandwich
I do
or
like
something
the
like
breakfast
that.
sandwich.
Breakfast
Yeah.
everything's good on that hot bar.
I feel like I hit a breakfast sandwich. And
Quick Trip is elite.
yeah, it felt like that was the move to go. It was great to see Dumpy. At first, though, for a second, like, guy says hi, and then he's like, hey, Dumpy. And I was like, wait, I was like, hey, I kind of work out. Like, I thought at first I thought he was like commenting on my appearance. And I was like, oh, wait, Dumpy. Hey, what's up, man? We haven't heard from you in a long time.
Yeah, when random people say hello to you out in public, like you know what they look like.
Yeah.
It's always odd.
Especially when they call you Dumpy, which he was not doing. Don says, Craig, you're camera hogging poor Strophy. Kyle, did you do another one of those where you put me on like 3 of the cameras and Strophy on none of them?
I don't know what that means.
What's going on? Like sometimes Kyle will put like me on like multiple cameras because
As we
Kyle's the
know.
worst producer.
I'm trying to figure out,
at ESPN
Craig, how do you
Wisconsin.
remember anything that happened previous to like the last time we've been together with more than just 2 people?
You're saying because
That's
you and
been a
I
minute.
just held it down all summer?
Craig's been on once.
No, I know.
Once in 8 weeks.
That's what I was going to say because I've only showed up like once
No,
this
but we
summer.
haven't-
So
we
when
haven't
Kyle
worked
says
together.
that to me, he made it sound like he and I
Well,
have
I
been
think
doing
it's
this.
been just Kyle and one of us each of the last 4 weeks.
Kyle somehow got
Kyle's
married.
held it all down.
Kyle
Yes, correct.
somehow got married and went on a honeymoon and is the only one who was consistently on this show.
Was
all
there a
summer.
show when I was gone?
Yes, I produced. It was all 3 of us.
produced it.
What about the week
day
after
your
that?
wedding?
What about when I came? What about the 5th, the July 5th?
I don't think we
I
had,
feel
we
like
did not
it
have
was
a
like
show the day
Wally
after.
and Molly, which is like somehow should be the best show at ESPN Wisconsin.
be.
Like Wally from Beaver Dam and Molly from Madison, like Wally and Molly.
We did do something like that at the Domination Golf outing on a Sunday morning, I believe, remote in Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a Wally and Molly
No,
show.
it was Wally and Kyle, I believe.
Was it Wally and Kyle?
I did. I sure did. Yeah, I was hosting.
He's even done it once.
I feel
with
like
one other person that wasn't us.
I feel like elite hip hop people could rhyme Kyle with Wally and Molly. I don't have that ability, but I feel like there could be a Wally, Molly, and Kyle. Like in some way, you could rhyme those.
Well, Molly Brown. I'm sure Wally's up for it. Molly, you ready for a Sunday Karma? Because I'm sure there's going to be a day where these three Yahoos are out. So
yeah.
No, now we're heading into the time of the year where like I'll be in pretty much every week.
I just have a Vegas trip at the end of the month, and then I'm here.
Yeah, got a little break before Dan's convention season picks up for me, so I'll be around a decent amount for a little bit.
We all back together next week?
I think I might be out next week.
The real question is Labor Day weekend. That's Sunday of the Badger game. Is Sunday Karma at the Tundra Trio? Like, what is this?
Either
Well, Sunday Karma usually gets decided the morning of in terms of who's in.
That one we got to figure out.
I will be there if you're interested in
What
hosting
time
the program.
does that game kick off, though? Like
6.
at night?
6 o'clock.
6, yeah.
So getting up there 10 a.m. definitely sets
We
up
can
a
lead
long
into an extended
day.
Wisconsin College game day, which begins at noon.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, so that would be a proper 8-hour pregame for.
How do you
for
know
that?
what time Wisconsin College game day starts?
Because I'm in the loop of what goes on that day.
I mean, that
guess.
would
I
be
don't know.
And we'll have
I was asked
and we'll have our first broadcast of the Wisconsin Badgers football
I'm saying
game.
for WTMJ bringing back Badger sports and Badger football, which bridge the gap with Badger volleyball coming, and now football, basketball, hockey, all being part of the WTMJ ESPN Wisconsin app family and WTMJ app.
Yeah.
For us to have a 10-hour pregame that would actually, or no, 8-hour pregame. 8-hour pregame that would actually start with Sunday Karma live from the Tundra Trio.
We got to do it.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds
down.
right.
I'm down to do it. I'm just shocked. I feel like I'm left out. I know we're having a long pregame show. Who told you?
Well, that's because Kyle, you were doing takes on Truth to Power about if establishment candidates on the government race.
You must have heard from the Democratic Party too.
Yeah, Kyle.
Everybody's
Kyle hit
mad
my
at me.
algo in some ways this week. Kyle,
Same here. He was everywhere.
Yeah, Kyle's algo
Taking
action
pop
was
shots.
hot this week.
Who would have known I was loved by the Republicans?
I mean, yeah. David Crowley's got to be in your DM in his feelings. Was he in your DMs this week? I'm not. No names, please. But was Crowley in your DMs this week?
Woo! Let me tell you, them Crowley folks they weren't in my DMs, but they was walking around happy as hell looking at me. Now what? Now what? Oh, Craig, you done brought out the other side.
Yeah,
boy.
now what, Kyle?
Yeah, well,
now what, Kyle? You
now-
can hear him on Truth to Power. I don't know where or when you could hear him on Truth to Power.
620 WTMJ
Wherever
podcast
you get your
network.
podcast.
Kyle,
okay,
Kyle
on the
just
podcast
works,
network.
man. That's the one thing you got. Kyle just works. He just does
He's a
things.
grinder,
He
man.
can't produce a lick, but he works.
No, he's
he
here on a
hosts well
Sunday.
and he works.
He's here to Sun. He's part of the crew as Strouf is. That's in the office after 6 o'clock a lot of times. He
I'm
does
just
things.
here to keep y'all on air.
Yep.
Well, him producing his own live election coverage didn't go so hot on the WTMJ YouTube channel as well. I'm trying to tune in, and it's just a picture of Kristen Rye, not knowing that she's on the air, I think, but can't hear Kyle. Kyle's just trying to do it all.
Yeah, I believe Drew chimes in with, I think Keyshawn Nixon would be an incredible quarterback 3. Don, who's really obsessed with this Kyle's poor YouTube producing, says Craig is in Strouf's lower right corner. So that's something.
Oh, you're in my shot. That's okay. I get it.
Okay, that's something that can be worked on. And Hunter says, I might be misremembering, but didn't Gabe say something about if you're paying so much attention to a kicker in the offseason, it's a sign that your team is not a contender? We'll have more as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin, and it's a great time to talk about what you would be doing today if you had made the right decision. You would be out on the driveway, on the street, in the backyard, shooting hoops. That's right. The NBA schedule's out. It's the best schedule in the history of this league with more depth and more great matchups than ever. It is going to be an amazing NBA season, and you can start feeling it yourself by getting your jumper together. And the way to do it is with our great friends at Precision Sports. Right? You don't know exactly like what hoop is right for me. Do you get the adjustable or not? Do you get the permanent or not? Do you want a cord or not? Like, how do you do it? There's so many questions to ask, and Precision Sports can do it for you. A true local partner who's going to listen to you, who can actually meet with you, who has amazing communication. I've done multiple hoops with them. The Dominator hoop systems are amazing. They now come in black. They are awesome to work with, and It is the most fun thing to do to get the whole family out together shooting hoops. If you want a free quote, go to precisionsportsonline.com, precisionsportsonline.com, and your jumper will be better than mine in no time.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
Get your final August plans in for Brewers Rangers Action Friday, August 28th through Sunday the 30th. Starting with the Cole Swindell post-game concert at Country Music Night on Friday, featuring a belt buckle with a special ticket. Then it's Jackson Churio Mania. Get the Churio Bowl giveaway Saturday, courtesy of 620 WTMJ. And get it on the Final Kids Cheer free Sunday before summer ends. Kids get a Churio Height poster on Sunday, courtesy of Joy. Get tickets for it all at Brewers.com.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
With summer winding down and everyone getting back into a routine, maybe it's time to put yourself back at the top of your priority list. I'm Josh DiMaggio, and I can honestly say I've never felt better since starting my journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. Right now, new patients can save $200 on the complete Milwaukee Weight Loss program when they enroll by August 31st. Don't keep telling yourself you'll start after football season or wait until January. Start today. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com and schedule your free consultation.
Results may vary.
What if one place could bring your whole family together? At the Wisconsin Country Club, it's more than just golf. It's summer days by the pool, pickleball, and tennis with friends, a full fitness center, and kids programs they'll actually look forward to. No more juggling schedules across town, no more multiple memberships, just one place where everything and everyone comes together. From casual dinners to year-round experiences, this is where your family wants to be. The Wisconsin Country Club, more than a club, it's your home away from home. Schedule a tour for you and your family today and mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
Your premier Michigan golf getaway includes rounds at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Book Monday through Wednesday for best availability. Savor elevated dining and unwind at the full-service Drift Spa between rounds. Grab quick bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
Your brand doesn't need more square footage.
It needs more wow.
When you work with Captivate exhibits, trade show booths become magnets, lobbies become living stories, break rooms become culture builders.
Captivate creates experiences people don't just see, they feel.
For more than 30 years, their award-winning team has transformed big ideas into bold brand moments that command attention and drive results.
Stop blending in.
Start captivating.
Visit CaptivateExhibits.com.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Palermo's pick still to come. Hot and heavy on the talking text line all of a sudden. 800-990-3776. It's 800-990-3776. That's Carbless, where less is more. That, by the way, Carbless, like, pretty incredible, right? Like, what they have built, a Wisconsin-based company.
It's unbelievable.
This is not a live read for them. We're not supposed to be talking about that. But, like, I'm just so impressed by how that brand and how they've aligned with local teams and, you know, the Brewers relationship and
Kansas City Royals, too. I saw they're out there.
Yeah, just what they've become. It's so awesome. Like, you know, we talk about Palermo's, and there's so many, like, local Wisconsin entrepreneurial companies. It's so cool when you see that.
Yeah, it's still family-owned, still private. Like, what they've done is in that space especially, which is so difficult.
I mean, the ready-to-drinks and the pre-made, like, there's so many different. But Carbless, like, literally from the first time I tasted it, I remember doing it the third stream. I was like, this is good. Like, I'll grab some of these to take home. Like, they really have a great product, and it's been cool to see their growth. You know, love when Wisconsin businesses go out and do stuff like that. Drew says, which I actually agree, like what Hunter said that he was quoting Gabe on. I think it's the opposite. I think what Drew's saying is right. I think watching the kicker in preseasons means the team is a contender. We're not watching the quarterback. I actually agree with that. I feel like
a lot less questions.
Right. If you have time to focus on the kicker, it means like, hey, you know you're a good team. You're going to be in close games. Like Wilde said, every point matters. Like, I actually agree with that.
Yeah, I just don't think that the kicker is the biggest concern for the Packers this year.
What is?
You're saying the offensive line.
Offensive line
did you watch the playoff game last year?
What?
The offensive line was terrible in the third quarter.
I watched the Packers playoff game.
Do you realize they only lost that game? Yes, the defense, I mean, the offense didn't do a lot in the third quarter. The defense fell apart in the fourth quarter.
The offensive line was a massive problem.
How many games did they win last year?
Whatever you're going to say, Kyle, when you say the only reason they lost that game, the Packers lost that game to the Bears for like 15 different reasons. So you can't say the only reason. There's so many different reasons. Like if one thing was different, you can't say in a game like that the only reason they lost.
Their kicker made every kick that he attempted that day. Our kicker did not. Even if he misses the kick at the end of halftime, but he makes the kick during the, I think it was the third quarter he missed it or fourth quarter he missed it, and then he makes the extra point, the Packers win that game. Or if he makes the extra point, he gets trotted out there. He gets trotted out there for a chance to tie the game.
Definitely feels very different. I agree, but there's so many things that if they were different would have been different.
Yeah, there was a ton of the offensive line was a massive problem in the second half.
If Cairo Santos misses a field goal in that game, it changes everything. But he did. He was perfect.
But you don't think if Micah Parsons played in that game, it would have been different? Like you're saying the only thing was the kicker? But the only thing was the kicker?
If the field goal kicker does his damn job and makes field goals in that game, the Packers are going to Seattle. Now,
the Packers might be the fourth most talented team in their division.
Whoa.
I mean, when you're talking about the Vikings and the talent that they have.
We don't even have enough
time. When you're talking about the
Lions
in terms of the talent they have. When you're talking about the Bears.
I actually think Greg could be right in terms of like, I think the Packers have maybe the best player at the most important positions because of the way I think of Jordan Love and the way I think of Micah Parsons. So they and they may have that high-end talent, but I mean, we spent a lot of time talking about cornerback and
talent depth. Like
by the way, the Bears have some injuries also. I don't know if we're talking about healthy versus
I'm just saying
non-healthy.
talent, and that's how highly I think of Matt LaFleur and of Jordan Love because I think with those two, they're still going to end up being in the top two of the division again this year.
If I was Homer, I'd say put me in that club right now. We'll have more, including our Palermo's picks as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 18th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Seattle Mariners.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 18th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Trying to keep up with the 21st century can really get you down. When you need a break, come to Kessler's.
We'll turn your day around.
This
We
is
have
where
good air
neighbors
conditioning.
look out for
And
one
we
another.
love making new friends.
The coffee's better than average.
Because we want you to come back again.
We want to be your jeweler.
My father told you for 29 years that he wanted to be your jeweler.
He put that desire in everyone he hired.
And then he gave us the company.
He transformed our lives and gave us the most fun job on earth.
It's easy to sell jewelry when you sell it for less than it's worth.
Come and take a look at our engagement rings.
And of course, we have thousands of other things.
When you're having an overcast day, come to Kessler's.
We're going to turn your day around.
Free jewelry cleaning done by world-class professionals.
While you drink your good coffee in a room full of diamonds and gold.
Makes you feel better, no matter what you've been told.
One thing you definitely want to see before you're done
Is our exclusive Kessler 81.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is where neighbors look out for one another, where careers get moving, and families settle in, where local businesses become your favorite go-tos, where making life easier for those around you is just what you do. This is where it all clicks. This is where you belong. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Find your branch at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka is your go-to drink this golf season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. This spring, look out for the brand new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry iced tea and lemonade and blackberry iced tea and lemonade. No bubbles, no troubles. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. You want people to actually show up for your community event, charity gala, or nonprofit fundraiser while making a memorable impression on them. Events by Design turns those moments into meaningful experiences that engage your audience and bring your mission to life. They manage everything: designing, planning, production. No stress, no loose ends. Just an experience your guests remember, exponentially benefiting your cause. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
For all skilled sheet metal workers in Racine and Kenosha, your future is calling. If you're looking for incredible pay, added job security, and unbeatable benefits, take a look at Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers. In this area, the total wage package for experienced journeymen is starting at $87 an hour. So make a smart move and transform your future today. Go to smart18.work to find out more.
We've all walked through the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair, seen something and thought, now that would be nice to have. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and that's exactly what happened to me when I found Good Health Saunas just a few years ago. Buying my infrared sauna was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I sleep better, have more energy, recover faster, and with how much I travel, the detox benefits are huge. Visit Good Health Saunas inside the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair August 6th through the 16th, or learn more at goodhealthsaunas.com.
It's that time.
Yes, it's finally here.
Craig makes his picks of the week.
You can bet the house on it.
Picks of the week on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin. Presented by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza.
Can't wait to see what happens next.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh, it is Palermo's Picks, and we have enough time. What we're going to do with the NBA and NFL schedules coming out, we are going to, each of us, go through each game for both the Packers and Bucks and go win or loss. We got time for that, right?
Can we just do discuss, are we going to do a season-long pick segment where nothing is on the line?
Wait, 99 games right now? We don't have time between Bucks
What
and
was the
Packers.
last year's
Ours
one?
really fell apart. Where remember we were gonna have the picks
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
different sports.
We were
and
I
we
was tracking.
it.
I haven't tracked
were
it
rolling
here
there
yet.
for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once we stopped showing up, I mean, we could go back and look at our WNBA
Once
preseason
we stopped
predictions.
showing up, I didn't know you.
did the
I didn't know Craig was a
predictions.
plural type guy.
Yeah.
Also, remember when we had the
I think we
7
should-
and 11 game we had too?
Yeah, I think
that
we
was
should
only
lock
good.
in.
mystery guest.
Yeah, I think Harper was saying she would even return to the show as part of a 7-11.
Wow.
That'd be great.
That's a big offer.
They haven't heard from Harper since she was in middle school.
Yeah. Now, would we want her to return as part of like the trivia 7-11 or the mystery guest 7-11, or could it be like
the mystery guest?
Well, it's a mystery.
Why not?
That was a great segment.
We were discussing yesterday.
We pulled it off once.
No,
more than once.
No,
Sedano.
at least 6 or 7
We
times.
had probably 6, 7. Yeah.
No. Tim Bontemps.
Tim
I
Bontemps
remember.
joined us. We got that one quick.
Rashad Vaughn didn't call in.
Brian Anderson.
Who was the one we failed?
Brian Anderson.
Did Brian Anderson called in?
Yeah.
Remember you had
All right, so we had 3 people
Rashad
that actually
Vaughn
called
was
in.
the fake
Vaughn.
one. Greg Gard.
Who was
on as
there
part
was
of
a-
that
there was a
segment.
running
No, Gard
back.
wasn't.
No, it was a kick returner.
Gard
Kick
never
returner.
called in.
Eric Metcalf
I
was
didn't even know who
on
that
as
was.
part of it.
I cheated that one. You were off that week.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't off. I was sitting here doing it. How would Eric Metcalf have called in if I was off?
No, I think you set it up for me and Kyle. and you
No,
weren't
everyone
here.
else was off, and you were here not knowing who Eric Metcalf
I'd
was when he
never
had a
heard
big
of him.
fumble in the Falcons game.
It
with
was
the
so
Packers.
awkward.
Yeah,
I'd
Greg,
never
you're
heard of this
missing.
guy.
These were all legitimate ones that happened on the air.
There's 4. We had 4 of them.
No, that was at least 5.
That was at least 5.
I don't think Gard. I think Gard we did, but he didn't call in.
Doug Gottlieb.
No, once again, he couldn't do it.
Yeah, Doug
so I
Gottlieb.
had him on the following week.
Yeah, I think Doug Gottlieb didn't.
Yeah. So we got to figure out the actual pick segment. We need to do something to track, and there can't be a punishment because nobody will do the punishment. There should be it should be more of like a prize.
Should we do the cover 5? That's the other thing to decide. Are we doing a cover 5 this year?
The problem with the cover 5 is that y'all, I got to find. We got to get an intern to try to. Well, I got more time now.
AI can do it in a second. No,
AI can go into cover 5 and I can just drop it in there.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
AI
cool.
could go and find where we are in the standings. If you
you should have heard Homer and Ben Bruss arguing over AI.
NFL, or are we going sport agnostic and we're going to start working other picks?
Let's just do NFL to start.
I kind of like how you want like one NFL pick, one NBA pick.
Most importantly of all of this, I was walking down the aisle in Target, and you can now get Palermo's Pizza in Target.
Oh, wow.
Now, they don't have as much space as they should have. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be saying stuff like that.
No, we could say that.
No,
to Target.
Palermo's, no, we're not. They wouldn't want me to mess around with that. But I'm just saying, it was very happy to see that there's Palermo's Pizza. Screaming Sicilian was in Target. I almost bought all of them just to tell Target thank you for seeing the light, supporting one of the great Wisconsin business, Palermo's Pizza. So happy. All of the different Palermo's brands that you could be a part of there. All right, so I would assume based on all of our commitment level to this show that we will continue the conversation on what we'll do next week, and none of us will talk about it between now and then, and we still won't have resolved our 7-11 or our pick segments for the show.
That is very on
We have
brand
a couple
for this.
weeks,
We've got some time.
Yeah.
The season doesn't start for a while.
Yeah,
we're gonna do
think we
football
gotta
picks
at least
with
do something good.
We should do cover 5 for sure.
Between cover 5, between Palermo's picks, between 7 and 11, there's a lot of good things that can happen.
So, Craig, why didn't you ever want to go? Why didn't you ever want to go do the eating thing? Because you felt like Strouf lost. What was?
No, I was gonna do it because Strouf had no brand. So I was going to do it.
I got locked out of my account. We had to factory reset my cover 5
We should just
account.
make it where like the last place of the person of the picks has to do a full card detail for the person in first place. You know, just like a full like, you know.
I don't know if you want me doing that.
Oh, Craig.
If I was to lose.
Craig having to clean out my 2013 Rusted Ford Focus.
See?
That'd be great.
Like it makes us you don't want to come in last and like you get
But
first.
I think I might ruin it though, right?
What do you mean?
Like if you're saying a car detailing, like
can't
detailing
Like you take it to the car wash. Now these new car washes, you've got like you can go through on the outside, and then on the inside you've got like the whole pressure air things that they cleans out the creases, the whole
Tsunami
thing.
Express.
I don't even think he'll be offended by me saying this. You clearly haven't been in Kyle's car if you think you detailing it would ruin it.
You do the vacuum, you get the Armor All wipes,
gave
the
me a
whole
ride a
thing.
couple
See,
months
the
ago.
Armor All wipes. I feel like I would wipe something that would take the paint off, and I wouldn't do it right. Like that. That's
we
where
can come up with something else, but I think it's got to be very defined as far
All
as what
right,
it is.
stay healthy, stay together, survive today, thrive tomorrow. Don't sell. You've been listening to Sunday Karmazin, ESPN Wisconsin. Kyle, send us out.
Peace.
This is ESPN Wisconsin and ESPNWisconsin.com.